Hi everyone, hope you're having a blessed day. If not, I hope it gets better. So I wanted to share around this time, about 5 years ago, it makes 5 years since I gave myself to God. Things happen along that journey while trying to learn and understand. I did go back in certain areas, and God did his thing once I repent, surrender, once I knew like that wasn't, you know, that wasn't it. And also, something I experienced while giving myself to God, like the enemy wanted me to forget my name. They had a period, for a short period while I was in the hospital, I did not remember my name. And that was spiritual warfare. It wanted me, the enemy wanted me to be trapped. The enemy wanted me to be forgotten. It didn't want me to know who I was. So I almost forgot my name. It was through the strength and the power of God that I remember I played this game, which was crazy. It looked like something out of a movie. And I remember my name. I don't know how I was doing it, but now I know it was nothing but God. I was just doing stuff. It didn't make sense, but I was, it's like an outer body experience. You just doing stuff and you can't explain it, but it was nothing but God. So when I say my name, or people may say it wrong or spell it wrong, it's not me trying to be not a pleasant person. Is me trying to cancel anything because I've worked so hard to cancel certain thing the enemy tried to do. When I pray, God does his thing, but we also have to do our part. Because allowing stuff to be spoken or be placed in our life is also coming into agreement with certain things. I have to remember who I am. And that's why I speak up, because I refuse for the enemy to try again to do whatever it wants to do. But my name is my name. So be blessed and be encouraged. Don't feel offended or anything. And I've told someone before, like, my name is Kamisha. It might be spelled a certain way. And then she looked at my name badge like, because she said it different. So I said it is pronounced Kamisha. And she looked at it like, it doesn't matter how you may pronounce it in your language. I'm saying how it is said. So it was crazy because this person looking at how, is spelled and how they think it should be said. And I'm like, that's my name for like 30 odd years. So I'm like, I refuse to let the enemy change it. If you're not calling me blessed, if you're not calling me worthy, if you're not calling me favored, hey, Jesus, if you're not calling me any of those things, I don't want to be called out my name. If I going through something and I have a spirit on me, I want you to call it out and say, Kamisha, you could reach out to me. I'm not the type of person that will be like, okay, you could reach out. Oh, Kamisha, I feel like, such as this, that, and the third. I will examine myself. If you say something and I know I don't see it, I will reject it and pray. But if I sense something within myself and I've been working on, and then you say something, I'll be like, you know what? I will, I will talk about it and stuff like that. But I refuse for the enemy to try to change my name, because God gave me life, and he gave me life abundantly. The crazy thing about it, I never had like a near death experience before. So when God gave me life, I did not know what to take of it. I thought maybe I only had a year or so to live from the time, he gave me life, because I knew I die. So I was trying to do stuff with us in like fast pace, and he had to remind me to slow down, because sometimes we forget to slow down. God reminded me that I needed to slow down. It was years later I actually acknowledged that he gave me life because I asked to be a vessel, and he will use me as a vessel. I've seen how far I could get in him. And it makes sense why the enemy feels threatened. And it will do everything in its power to try to make me look like something I'm not. And even allow myself to make myself look like something I'm not. But God, have a blessed one, and stand up for what is right. Whether you stand up for yourself or you standing up for someone else. But I refuse, because all my life, the enemy tried to tell me what they think I am, and whatever I was, I've hung around people and I've been around people that led me into certain things. And the moment I decide to say I gave my life to God, they decide to call me crazy. The moment I said I gave my life to God, they decide to call me crazy. They decide to call me all manner of evil. But when I was, like I said before, when I was fornicating, when I was clubbing, when I was partying, when I was drinking occasionally, when I try smoking, when I had my short moments of smoking, they didn't say anything. Oh, you doing crazy stuff. Oh, no, but walking with Jesus is crazy. When I started calling out certain things, then all of a sudden I'm considered crazy by them. The only thing I'm crazy about is Jesus. Yes, I may have done stuff that I had to repent for. But God, when God healed me, he cleansed my slate. But the enemy worked so hard to try to get stuff back. That's why God will tell you, move away from certain people. It's not that you hate them, you just have to move away, because certain people will not accept you as the new version. Certain people will accept you as the broken version. And the spirit within them will do anything possible to bring you back to that broken version. I refuse to let my past dictate me. I refuse to make the enemy try to make me feel less than I am. Because I know I am worthy. I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm favored. I know I have authority. But it tried to make me feel like, who do you think you are? but God. So some people will see certain thing within inside of you, and the spirit inside of them will make them feel like, oh, that person think they're better than them. And I said it before, and I'll continue to say it, but it's not that you think you're better. It's because the spirit within them will just whisper certain things. It will whisper certain things. Because Leviathan twists words. The spirit of Jezebel loves to sit on a throne, loves to be in control, but doesn't like order. So if you're not looking up to, or you're not praising someone with a Jezebelic spirit, oh, they will go around talking negative about you, or trying to compare or compete. But you don't have to compare or compete when you're a child of God. You do not have to compare or compete when you are a child of the living God. The God of all gods, the Lord of all lords, the King of all kings. You do not have to compete when you're for Him. You don't. And sometimes people will assume that your personality or your character might be you pretending. And once they realize that's just who you are, oh, they'll probably get upset, but that's okay. That's just the spirit within them. Some people will like you or love you only if you make them feel good. Not if you call out certain things. Not if you discern certain things within them and you don't want to be part of it. Let God be your strength. Let God be your guide. As I continue this journey for God to do a new thing. Because it's been a journey. It's been a journey. But with God, all things are possible. Okay? Have a blessed one. I love you with the love of Christ. Until next time. Take care and bye.